What's going on, dudes and dudettes? So yes, as of right now, when it comes to Vincent Jackson, the ex-great Chargers wide receiver who suddenly passed away about a week or so ago, it was tough, but obviously rest in peace. But he kind of wondered what had happened, because they said they found him like on the side of a hotel, and it had maybe been a couple days since he had probably been dead. So, and luckily with the autopsy, they were able to see that he did have like some chronic alcoholism, which does suck. But I mean, you could say there were signs prior, because I believe he got arrested twice as a Charger for DUI stuff while driving. So surprised it didn't happen in Tampa when he was down there. But yeah, I don't know why the NFL doesn't really check up on their older players, and he was only 38, which sucked. But I think right now the family said that they are going to donate his brain to see if he did have the kind of symptom they call with like concussions called CTE, because that's kind of what took another great Chargers player, Junior Seau, where he shot himself when he was like very 42 or 40, early 40s, a couple years back as well. So checking to see if it was something like that. And obviously football is not a safe sport, but a lot of these guys have no other choices but to make money that way. And it's the way it sucks, but that's corporate America, I guess. Then when it comes to Blake Griffin, yes, there are some reports that the Lakers are interested in him, but only if he is bought out by the Detroit Pistons, because there's no way they can make a trade for him with his type of salary. But right now he's not even playing for the team in case he gets injured, so they are looking for trades. But if they can't find a trade that they like, then they're probably just going to buy him out, which could be a little expensive, but at least you're saving half of that contract next couple years. And I think he could be a good fit. He's not going to be 100% replacement for Anthony Davis, but I think he's like a good cushion until AD comes back. And then with all three of those together, it could be great. He's not the awesome athletic type of player that he was, dunking and getting crazy rebound numbers and stuff, but I mean, he's still a good enough player. I don't think he even has a dunk at all this entire year, which is pretty crazy. But playing with LeBron and AD, I'm pretty sure he's going to get some nice dunks and easy shots. And he is a very good, a lot more improved three-point shooter nowadays, which I'm pretty sure is why his dunking has gone down, which could be a pretty good asset for the Lakers, especially to have a guy 6'10", 6'11", that size to spread the court even more. And he's still athletic enough to drive in and get an easy layup too around a bigger defender, or even take down a smaller guy as well. So I think it could be a good thing, especially if he is bought out. But they obviously can't trade for him. It's gonna suck if they try to do that, because they'll definitely be in a major hole. But I just think financially, I don't think it's even possible anyways. Then USC football, they get another recruit in their 2022 recruiting class. He is a linebacker out of Texas named Ty Kana. So I haven't really heard much about him. He is a 3-star, so hopefully by the time he graduates, he does become a 4-star, which means he progressed and got a lot better. But yeah, I don't know. He must be pretty good, because a lot of other top schools were trying to get him as well. So glad he chose USC, see what he could do. And obviously it's always good, like I said, to steal from the state of Texas. A lot of those talented guys out there as well. So that was nice to see. Then the Anaheim Ducks are finally making a positive move when it comes to their roster. They're bringing up their 2019 first-round pick, then center Trevor Zegras. He's been producing a lot in that secondary league, kind of like a developmental league. But I don't know why they haven't been putting him on, because over the winter he did play for Team USA, and he was like one of the top goal scorers and top players on the roster. And for some reason the Ducks still decided to leave him down in San Diego, where their second team is. So I'm glad they're bringing him up, see what he can do, and hopefully he can give him some score, some goals here and there, because a lot of times the Ducks don't even score, which sucks. But finally, it's almost the end of his second season and they're barely going to give him a shot. So that's the only positive thing to really say about the Ducks. So that's pretty much it. But when it comes to Duke, they did have a couple games this weekend, finally getting back on the win column after finding out they did lose Jalen Johnson and all that stuff. It was pretty crazy. But Yeah, now they did get to play Wake Forest that first game, but luckily they came out firing. Were able to win 84-60, something big like that. So it was good to get a nice victory against a same kind of area North Carolina team. But then also they got to play the number 7 team in the nation in Virginia, and luckily they were playing at home because they usually have some good luck when they're playing at home, and Duke was able to upset them on Saturday by 1 point. I think the final score was like 66-65, somewhere around that area. And once again, Matthew Hurt, so far Duke's player of the year and kind of the ACC, the conference's player of the year. Right now he led them with like 22 points, and it's a pretty big upset. It woke up a lot of like people making the NCAA tournament bracket stuff, saying that if Duke can continue to win and win a couple games in the ACC tournament, then there most likely is a chance that they can get in, which is pretty crazy because it seemed very dim before that. But you never know. This team might click once that more talented guy is gone and a less selfish players on the team. So you never know how that's gonna go, but it's good to see what they're able to do. Then the USC basketball, they had a couple games against the Arizona schools. I believe they lost their most recent one to date against Arizona, which was surprising because USC is finally ranked and doing a lot better. And yes, Arizona has some more talented players at times, but USC, it's definitely their year this year. But of course they had to lose that one, so we won't talk about it that much. But they did play ASU earlier in the week, and they got the victory. Evan Mobley once again scoring 20+ points, getting 5+ rebounds and everything like that, doing good on the defensive side. So once again, he's definitely looking like the Pac-12 player of the year and top 3 overall pick in this year's NBA draft. So definitely happy about that. So we'll see what they can do moving forward. Then other bit of Ducks news, Adam Henrique, who they recently signed, I think it was like a year or 2 ago, they signed him to a nice contract for him to stay, be one of those veteran presence guys. But I guess he's just been struggling so bad that they couldn't even find a trade person for him, so they ended up putting him on waivers. So I think after a certain amount of days, if he is claimed by another team, then that team has to give the Ducks something back. But if he's not, then I guess he becomes a free agent and could go wherever he wants, which would suck too because the Ducks don't get anything in return, but maybe a saved some money here and there. But I don't know, it's just crazy how you let go of a guy you just recently gave a contract to, but that's just how the Ducks work right now, I guess. So yes, ex-USC offensive lineman Toa Lobadan is rejoining USC's football staff in a grad assistant role. Don't really know. He most likely will be coaching some of the offensive line. It's pretty cool for him. I had an up and down love and hate relationship with him, and I kind of knew he wasn't going to pan out in the NFL, sadly, which sucks. But hopefully he has some coaching ability, and we'll see what he can do. Then another USC football hire in the works, according to sources, is that Jeff Martin of LSU, I don't know exactly what he did out there, but he will be joining USC in the support staff or something like that for the coaches. I don't know exactly what he'll be doing, but I hear he is like one of those type of recent hires that USC has been doing, is getting like guys who are really good at recruiting as well. So hopefully it can help out both situations, and he will be a good hire for USC. Then the last thing we'll talk about is Lakers playing Minnesota. They've been on a couple of bad games lately, but this one earlier in the week, they were able to get that victory 112-104 behind LeBron's 30 points, which was good. And I believe AD was out for that game. I don't remember if Schroeder, the point guard, was out for that game as well or not, but I know he is now missing time and has COVID tracing, so even if he was healthy right now, he probably couldn't play, which sucks. But yeah, Lakers are maybe trying to look for a buyout market type of deal where a guy leaves his team because they can't really make any trades with the type of contracts they have, which sucks, but we'll have to wait and see about that. And it's going to be a big March because I believe the trade deadline for the NBA is that, and usually early March is when NFL free agency can happen and when you could get franchise tagged and see who's staying with the team and who isn't. And Hunter Henry made some questionable comments. Maybe I'll get into that some other time, but it doesn't look like he's coming back the tight end for the Chargers, which I don't mind because I don't really like him that much lately anyways. And you could restock with another player in the draft as well, in my opinion. So yeah, thanks for watching, people. Like and subscribe, comment down below, let me know what y'all think. Have a great rest of your day. And yes, please check my last video with my mother and my new father-in-law, Jesse. It's weird saying new because he's been in my life for 20 years anyways, but so glad they're able to finally get the knot tied and do it before God and everything for them. And yeah, it was great to see all my family again, people I haven't seen in so long as well, from my mother's side and from my father-in-law's side as well. So yeah, like I said, great to see. It was a great celebration, a lot of love, and yes, thanks again. It was great. And yes, have a great rest of your day, guys. Bye.